If you are trading today, the oil and NASDAQ, but especially the oil markets, WTI or BCO, then better you watch this video till end and do and follow the instructions if you want to make good money. The do's and don'ts what you should instructed today. So during the last days, especially yesterday, I released a very important news that Joe Biden's administration and officials buying aggressively oil at around 80-85. That's now the reason and the evidence that the market is so volatile all the time that the governments actively are manipulating the markets. And if we look now on the news of the last days, we see that Joe Biden already has been warning a lot of market participants, like, for example, yesterday, as he's saying, I'm not concerned about the inflation report released today. So I don't care what's happening. I'm just doing what I want. Then in life's quake, we see US President Biden, the stock market doesn't necessarily reflect the overall state of economy, right? So, what you shall not look at today are necessarily all this news, all bullshit, right? Also, that marked with red as important if you're trading the market, because all news are old, but some of the news maybe deserve to be looked at, as we are, searchers, traders are researchers, students on the same time, because they study the markets. And sometimes in between of all this bullshit, there are some golden diamonds and help you or maybe give you a direction. You see, a lot of talking about the economy, inflation, while everything with Asian, China, COVID has no impact anymore because people are alert. But if we look at the news of yesterday, we see sometimes Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan, for example, here US dollar has room to rise. Yes, we know that. That means much more interest rates hikes is coming here. But this one was the goal interesting. It was the reason that suddenly the oil market hit back. It wasn't the only reason, but for yesterday, of course, a big reason that we had a big buying on these rumors. Maybe can be read now on Twitter. Biden officials more buying oil at around $80 to refill reserves, the reserves, and of course reversal markets indication. Then scoops saying the U.S. may begin refilling the SPR, is emergency of oil reserve, and when crude oil prices fall below 80 barrel, what happened then? It will rise again. So I think it could be the best gift for every trader. It could be also a trap that a lot of people will actively try to press down the market to buy cheaper, and exactly at that time the government sells much more oil, and you should be always prepared for these traps. So what should we consider today at? So in a few minutes at 10 o'clock, many important data of the U.S. economy and in oil market will be released today and also tomorrow. So we see here now we have currently a downtrend in the U.S. In BCO and also in WTI and other oil-related markets. The price is below the yellow line or opening line. The trend is down, but I wouldn't trade this. I have already been showing you on the previous video how to trade this. Not at this moment. Yeah, it's better to wait until 2:30 European time or 8:30 until 12 o'clock the US time. Why? Because the major market moves will return this. Better also to trade the market after 2:30 p.m. New York time. We see here the market coming back, but now the market is going up again, and we want to see now if it is just a little pullback. Therefore, I go now on my confirmation, and we see here, yes, we have good volatility downside, but the volume is going up, and on the same time 3 of my 7 confirmations are showing longs, so it is a mixed signal. It means technically we won't do anything right now. In many chat rooms, trading chat rooms, a lot of people are talking, almost young traders and novice and experienced traders. Yeah, I'm going now to scalp the market. I'm going now to take 100 pips. Hey, if you have the possibility to take 1,000 to 3,000 pips, why are you satisfied with 100? So I won't do all those scalps, because the faster you're going in the market, the faster you can be washed out, and the faster sometimes also the movement of the market is much more how to say that, destructive, as the big money suddenly pushes back the market, and that's much more powerful than your account or your broker or your spread. So be aware, go always with the trend, wait for the confirmation. Sometimes it's better not to trade today or maybe tomorrow. I will do this, but that's a recommendation. Sometimes it's better to wait. The market gets a little bit silent. Yes, you haven't taken that 500 pips, but 2 days later the smart money starts to build and also to create a new trend, and that is your chance to get into the market, to make, to bring you $10, $20, 10, between thousands to 2,000, sometimes 5,000 pips in just one trade, with one trade, and that's amazing. That's making good money, right? With little patient. Now we go back to the facts, and I will prove you why I'm right. The very important data today is 2:30 European time, and that's around 12:30 US time. We have the PPI, Producer Price Index, followed by the core PPI, and then at 4:30 we have the crude oil inventories. And if we look further now, today on Wednesday, we see we have a lot of oil markets. We have at 4:30 US crude oil inventories, US distillate inventories, we have gasoline inventories, but before that, US PPI, US PPI, and at 10 o'clock, so someday in about 3 or 4 minutes, we have the W or market report at all, what happened during the last weeks and months. So it depends how the PPI will impact the market. If we have a good number, maybe we have a long trend change again. That means the market is going up, the US dollar comes down. That's good for oil. If not, the oil market is under pressure. But what happens if we have very positive, good data for the oil? We will have a real big volatility, and then the latest news and the most powerful news that will release at the end will determine the trend, right? So at this moment we are now in a fight zone. Then if we look at tomorrow, at Thursday, September 15th, we see we have this week we have a huge number of news. We see core retail sales are tomorrow released, then US Empire State Manufacturing, US import prices, freely fed manufacturing are releasing, and most important, we have the US natural gas storage tomorrow. That will impact the oil market. So we will have good movements, but building a trend in oil, I don't think so. But we will have a big volatility, so be aware of that, first of all. So now, getting back to the market technically, What should we do? First of all, we wait. I'm showing you now a method how to do that. Sell position in profit, but it doesn't matter. I show you a method. I show you if the market is below the opening price of today. Opening price is the first trade of the day, right? The first trade of the day is the opening price or the opening trade of the day. And if the price is below, we go short. If the price is or the trend is above, we go long, right? But at any time can come back again. And on these days like now, we see now the 5-minute trend. This is 15-minute chart, but on the same time you have the 5-minute trend. The 5-minute trend is short. The price goes to a certain amount, but comes immediately back to the opening price. So now some people will say, all right, then I sell at opening price and down I buy the market again, and today I can make a lot of money. No, it's not running that way. Why? Because the market, what the prices are you looking are not the prices you're getting, right? Because we have spreads, and sometimes the prices on your charts are delayed. These are the real prices, but the price is not exactly what is happening on the floor, right? So the price is not what you get. Let's say now the price is at 93,406. It's not the price what you get. You get something other, and we see we have now a big spread of 30 points. Usually we have a good spread between 3 to 5. My broker is very good, so I get, if I'm very lucky, sometimes 0.02 to 0.5 because I have special contract with my brokers, but not everybody is getting that price. And 30 pips, right, are a lot of, if the market is running against you, even your break even could end very destructive. So the next one is you buy the market moves in your direction, right? You are in a long trend, but there's no movement because there's no volatility in behind of it, right? So we see here, for example, we have a moderate, the volume is very low, it's not good. The volatility is really low, the trend is short, right? So, and we see now at 10 o'clock, the market has been released. We see if there's something happening. The volatility is a little bit increasing. And usually, if we have very strong data, the volatility will explode. And currently, nothing is happening. So you see, as I told you, we have now a bullish trend on 5-minute chart. The volatility is not going higher in the oil market. Waiting a little bit. 10 o'clock and 3 minutes. So we see the oil market report has shiningly no effect on the oil market at this moment. Why? Because people are waiting until 4:30 until 4:30 p.m. today. In around 6 to 8 hours, a lot of things can happen. We have in PPI the most important data in between, and a lot of old data today. So my recommendation is build and prepare your trading system, relax, chill out, and wait until 4:30 and see first what happens. And if possible, maybe half an hour or 1 hour, or sometimes also 1 or 2 days after go then into the market. So the prediction to do for the oil market, well, as a novice, if I would not be a trader just releasing the news, then I would say, okay, the bottom is around $80. Joe Biden is buying every time at $80. The market pushing up the market, going to 100 to 130. And Putin and Ayatollahs and oil producers sell the market again because all of them made a good profit. So the market coming back again to that level. And we have a good volatility into the markets, right? So now added all these points together will give us a big range, and going into this big range, we have a lot of good trends. Have a good trade.